Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today I will analyze the case of Cody Detwiler. First I'll look at the background of this case, move to the timeline of the alleged crime, then offer my analysis. Cody Shane Detwiler was born on July 18, 1998 in the state of Indiana. At some point he moved to College Grove, Tennessee. In December 2017, Cody started uploading videos on a YouTube channel called Whistling Diesel, which involved pickup trucks. These videos featured various modifications and stunts with trucks, like mounting oversized wheels and tires and making obnoxious engine modifications. Over time, he branched out to more extreme stunts and added other types of vehicles and machines like RVs, tractors, and farm equipment. A common theme in his videos was destroying things, for example, crushing vehicles, submerging them in water, or slamming them into the ground with a tremendous amount of force. Eventually, Cody added even more machines to his videos, including a helicopter, a fire truck, a school bus, a bulldozer, a snowcat, and even a robot. Here are a few video titles that sum up his channel pretty well. The Reason I Destroy All My Trucks, Silo Falls on Jeep After Climbing It, I Bought a New $54,000 Hellcat Just to Destroy It, Our Honda Ridgeline's Actually Garbage, Crushing My Skyline GTR, and I'm Building the Killdozer. Cody has obtained incredible success with his YouTube channel. At the time I'm making this video, he has 10 million subscribers, and his channel has been viewed 1.8 billion times. That's billion with a B, as in bewildering. Now moving to the timeline of the alleged crime. On February 19, 2023, Cody Detwiler released a video titled I Bought a $400,000 Ferrari Just to Destroy It. He had purchased a red 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo and registered the vehicle in the state of Montana. The Ferrari only had 3,000 miles on the odometer. In the video, Cody mistreated the vehicle in various ways. For example, he drove it on gravel, dirt, and grass. On August 15, 2023, Cody released another video featuring the Ferrari, where he continued to mistreat the vehicle. 3 days later, on August 18, 2023, he released his third and final video featuring this Ferrari. He may not have intended for this to be the final video with that vehicle, but it was. This video featured Cody driving the Ferrari in a cornfield in Waco, Texas. During the drive, the Ferrari caught fire. Cody's various crew members did not have any fire suppression equipment. They left a rented minivan near the Ferrari. As it burned, the minivan caught on fire as well. Both the Ferrari and the minivan were destroyed. During the fire, Cody appeared to be having a good time. He was smiling and laughing. On November 5, 2025, the state of Tennessee indicted Cody on one count of tax evasion, which is a Class E felony punishable by 1 to 6 years in prison. His company, Whistling Diesel LLC, was also indicted on one count of tax evasion. The indictment said that on or about January 30, 2023, Cody unlawfully and willfully attempted to evade the sales tax due on the purchase of a 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo. These charges had nothing to do with the Ferrari catching on fire or being destroyed. Rather, they were based on the idea that Cody's business was in Tennessee, yet he registered the Ferrari in Montana. The state of Montana does not have sales tax on vehicle purchases, but the state of Tennessee has a 7% sales tax. On November 12, 2025, Cody was arrested on his property. 10 days later, on November 22, he released a video titled, I Got Arrested for Tax Evasion. Here is a summary of this video. Much of this is paraphrased, and the order of some of the items has been adjusted. Cody indicated that his videos typically feature him joking around, but now he was being serious. 6 police officers came to his property and confronted him. At first, Cody thought this was a joke. An officer handcuffed him, and the handcuffs were very tight. The police told him that he was being arrested for tax evasion. When Cody said tax evasion, he used air quotes. I'm not sure he knows what those mean. It's like he was implying tax evasion is not a real thing. When he was given the reason for his arrest, Cody was confused because he pays all his taxes. Cody complained that he was not provided notice that he was going to be arrested or that there was any type of tax issue. After being arrested, he was taken to jail where he had his own cell. so that was nice. About 3 hours later, Cody was released on a $20,000 bond. As he was walking out of jail, he claimed that he still didn't know why he was there, even though he had been told a few times it was for tax evasion. Cody explained that the charge was for not paying the sales tax on the Ferrari that was destroyed when it caught fire in the cornfield in Texas. He held up the vehicle's title to the camera. Cody acknowledged that if he had registered the vehicle in Tennessee, he would have been required to pay $30,000 in sales tax. The actual amount was $28,000 if he paid $400,000 for the vehicle, because that is 7%. Essentially, Cody admitted that he registered the Ferrari in the state of Montana in order to avoid Tennessee sales tax. Cody then mentioned a few reasons why he is the victim of an injustice. For example, the Ferrari was destroyed, there are worse offenders that Tennessee could go after, the police used too much manpower to arrest him. Again, there were 6 officers. A lot of people have registered cars in Montana to avoid sales tax. Cody was never provided notice about owing the sales tax, and only a small amount of money was involved. Cody does not seem to realize that none of these factors were actually relevant to the charge, and $28,000 is a lot of money. Cody was defiant and will stand his ground against the state of Tennessee. He claimed that he fought off a much larger government entity on a prior occasion. If he is convicted, the criminal record could interfere with his ability to start a family. At this point, Cody went on a bizarre rant about taxes in America, and he accused the state of Tennessee of having an ulterior motive. They charged him because he is famous, and the story would be on the news, which would make a wave through the car industry. Toward the end of the video, Cody declared that he was buying land in Montana and moving his business there. At the time I'm making this video, Cody is due in court in January 2026. Now moving to my analysis. Cody Detwiler maintains his innocence. Clearly, he intends to vigorously fight the tax evasion charges. He argued that he was unfairly targeted for prosecution. The state of Tennessee appears to disagree, although they have not made any statements about the charges. This brings me to the question, is Cody guilty of tax evasion? Let's take a look at the evidence both for and against the idea that he is guilty, starting with the inculpatory factors. The law in Tennessee states that sales tax is applied to vehicles used, stored for use, consumed, or distributed in the state of Tennessee. Cody's business is in Tennessee, yet he registered the Ferrari in the state of Montana. There is no doubt that Cody did this. The Montana plate could be seen in his videos. He recorded himself holding up the title, and Cody admitted that he registered the vehicle there. Through this registration, Cody did not pay the sales tax in Tennessee as required by Tennessee law. Cody might argue that he purchased the vehicle in Montana and destroyed it in the state of Texas. Therefore, the vehicle was not used in Tennessee. The problem is, in his first video featuring the Ferrari, he appeared to be driving on his property in Tennessee. Cody recorded a video where he essentially admitted that not paying taxes was his intent. He even talked about how he could not afford the sales tax on a $3 million Bugatti that he wanted to buy because the taxes he would now have to pay. It's almost like he was acknowledging that his trick had been discovered. Therefore, he can no longer use it. Moving to the exculpatory factors, the state of Tennessee may have subjected Cody to selective prosecution based on his status as a social media influencer. That's pretty much it for the exculpatory factors. When considering all the evidence in this case, do I believe that Cody Detwiler is guilty? Yes, in my opinion, he is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Despite my belief that he is guilty, I think the state should offer him a deferred prosecution in this case. They could make Cody pay the sales tax, and if he stayed out of trouble for 6 months, the charges would be dismissed. This brings me to the question, what do I think happened in this case? This is just a theory, my opinion. Cody Detwiler runs a successful YouTube channel based on destroying vehicles and other equipment. There is no educational value to what he does. There is no redeeming quality whatsoever. His videos show him being wasteful, imprudent, impulsive, and nonsensical. He takes items that are perfectly good and transforms them into garbage. At first, destroying cheap items was sufficient, but then Cody came to believe that his audience wanted to see items of higher value meet a terrible end. This led him to the idea of purchasing a Ferrari. For some reason, Cody selected a 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo with only 3,000 miles on it. He paid $400,000 for this car. This move makes absolutely no sense. Many of Cody's viewers are younger, and very few of them are automotive enthusiasts. They watch his channel to see things blow up and get crushed. They are not vehicle experts. There was no need to select a 5-year-old Ferrari with low miles, when any Ferrari would have been fine. He could have purchased something like a Ferrari 360, 308, or F430 for a lot less. If he wanted something a little more modern, he could have gone with the Ferrari Roma. Another avenue he could have taken is to buy a Ferrari with a salvage title. It's not like anyone would have known the difference. A salvage title is for a vehicle that has been declared a total loss by an insurance company. For instance, the vehicle was submerged in water during a flood. Cars like this often have a lot of gremlins, like electrical problems, but that would not matter to Cody. The vehicles are also difficult to resell. However, Cody intended on destroying the vehicle. He was never going to sell it. Again, that would not be a problem for him. He could have picked up a Ferrari with a salvage title for $50,000 to $100,000, and the vehicle would have appeared to be in good condition from the outside. Cody ignored all these lower-cost avenues and paid $400,000 for the Ferrari, but he didn't want to pay Tennessee sales tax. He registered the vehicle in Montana, which violated the law in Tennessee. Cody could have saved over $300,000 by purchasing a cheaper Ferrari. Instead, he tried to save $28,000 by evading sales tax. I'm going to guess that math is not Cody's strong suit. After being charged, he became defiant. Cody posted a video which was supposed to prove his innocence, yet arguably he confessed in that video. He does not seem to understand how the law works. One of Cody's arguments essentially says that the state just needed to ask for the money he failed to pay, and he would have gladly handed it over. So what if the state never requested the money? Would Cody have realized the error of his ways on his own and paid them anyway? That seems unlikely given his intent was to avoid paying the tax. When a person commits a crime, there is no legitimate defense based on the idea that the victim should have requested compensation. If a man is arrested after robbing a bank, he can't say, well, the bank never told me they wanted that money back. Why did they fail to notify me? The state of Tennessee does not owe a person who evades sales tax a warning prior to indictment. Now moving to my final thoughts. A popular trend among some of the more successful content creators involves showcasing large amounts of money. This can take many forms. For example, giving away a lot of money, destroying luxurious items, or designing expensive stunts. The creators don't have much in the way of talent, which leaves them only one variable to adjust in order to achieve more success. They need to keep increasing the amount of money they spend. This is a cycle which must come to an end eventually. They can't keep spending more money forever, but they may be tempted to stall the inevitable by violating the law. One convenient aspect of crimes born out of this mechanism is how some content creators may produce videos about the crime they committed to declare their innocence. Invariably, they end up providing useful evidence to the government. This results in a welcome change, a video that's actually good for something, namely their prosecution. Those are my thoughts on the case of Cody Detwiler. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.